Yo, Henry with Average Slowpitch. Today we're getting a chance to bring out the USA ASA Miken Super Freak. This is a 13-inch barrel Supermax. So we're gonna go ahead, obviously 52s, get some swings on this, kind of show you how it performs, and then we'll come back with final compression, final thoughts. Today right here at Oregon Mountain High School, so nice big baseball field, 330 down the lines, 335, something like that, slightly different to right. Basically 360-ish to the power alleys, 390 to center. So we were hoping to get out here nice and early at 6:30 in the morning. One, to beat the heat, but also to beat the wind. You may or may not be able to tell right now, you can see the trees or whatnot, but we didn't beat the wind part, but luckily it's only about 8 miles per hour with some gusting right now. It does get pretty ugly later, but all of our wind currently is blowing right in towards the first base dugout, so at least it's not assisting us. We'll still get our pocket radar readings, all that kind of stuff. Stay tuned as well. You'll see the ASA models dropping of this soon, or at least based on my current plan, they'll drop just after this. There is a chance I have already dropped them. If you're seeing this and I have already dropped them, then obviously ignore me. So let's go ahead, get some swing on this, see how it performs, come back with that final compression, final thoughts. All right, we're gonna test the all new, as we mentioned, Miken Super Freak, the green highlighter. This is obviously the ASA version, as we mentioned kind of in the intro. We'll have the AAA versions dropping here shortly. To be honest, I don't have a release order completely dialed in, so there's a chance you've already seen the AAA reviews, but they'll be close, trying to balance out kind of the busy season of softball at this point, plus pretty much everyone's kind of mid-year bat releases, so we're getting kind of busy again. So trying to roll these out for you as fast as possible. But this one's testing right at 175, which I've got the AAA ASA converter chart, and 175 puts us at 1250 on the ASA tester. So I'll go ahead and pull up the non-linear list. I gotta imagine this is non-linear because that does put it below the 1450 mark, and let you know what this kind of needs to test at. You'll see it on the screen now, and you'll talk about it more in the final thoughts. All right, here we go. Miken Super Freak, again, 13-inch barrel, Supermax. We're gonna use all 52s, ZN Hicons, so what we swing. Obviously you can use any 52s you want, but the wind's not the most ideal. It is dying down a little bit, which is nice, but hopefully this cloud stays up there so it's not so hot. It's about 80 degrees out right now. With the clouds though, it does feel a little bit better for now. So let's get some swings, see how this thing performs between the three of us. Final compression, final thoughts. Man, that's like, that wasn't a full swing, still trying to get loose. And we came up pretty, I mean, that was pretty good little shot through the wind. Our wind, by the way, is blowing dead in towards the camera. I don't know if I can kick enough dirt on this rock of an infield, but you can see it's blowing towards the camera, so we're getting no assistance here either.
80 miles per hour.
All right, here we go, getting loose.
I mean, there's 95 on a line on swing 3, like, and I'm not gonna lie, my back's not feeling 100% yet, so.
88 miles per hour.
Yeah, that ball flew off. 101 on a line, like a little bit of launch angle to be 101 is impressive. Especially off, I mean, especially off ASA and the 13-inch barrel. I will say, maybe it's because I've been swinging 20. I'll let you guys decide. But maybe it's because I've been swinging 27s, but it does feel a little light for a 26 Supermax. But that's probably the only downside currently. The rest of it feels good.
85 miles per hour.
Okay, that definitely finally found the sweet spot after a little while.
Here,
There you go.
because you can see the forgiveness even when you're not hitting the sweet spot.
Yeah, because even those other ones, they weren't bad misses, but they were still misses in.
Yep, there's 104 off an ASA.
81 miles per hour.
That one felt really good too.
It's like that one is a shot,
Yeah.
and you still didn't catch the sweet spot.
No, no. Just hit it to the right spot of the field, but yeah, man, for those guys that like those 13-inch barrels, I don't know if there's any more forgiveness than you can find right here.
Those are shots. This thing feels really good.
And it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. It doesn't have the same trampoline as like the Easton Alpha when we swung that, but from the ones that don't have that extra bounce, or more of your traditional, I know it's a non-linear, but somewhat more traditional feel, this one does feel really good and has almost a USSA fuel, which I really like.
79 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's nice and easy too. 98 straight line. Don't have to swing too hard, just let it kind of come through the zone.
82 miles per hour.
Dude, there's 99. Fucking laser beam through the wind.
87 miles per hour.
There's
87 though?
There's the 87 right there.
Yeah, there's the first somewhat miss, but I mean, it's so forgiving. I'm not 100%, I think I caught that a little bit low, but we got 88 and that ball was way in the sky. So, but what I like about, it's got a good crack to it, which is about as close as you're gonna get to almost that fib sound from a Mazda without having a fib, obviously. So, this could definitely be a favorite for some people, I think, especially with this 13-inch barrel. Good feel, hot out of the wrapper. So far, nothing not to like about it.
89 miles per hour.
That's not a miss, and it's another hit. Yeah, dude, we're on. Every ball is just jumping off, landing right at 340 right there.
83 miles per hour.
And even that's probably in the gap.
99 miles per hour.
That crack sound's probably my favorite part. It's not common on ASA bats, that's for sure.
85 miles per hour.
Alright, there we go.
110 miles per hour.
Hand to the line. And got a nice pulse readout.
Look, I didn't really have my best swings, but that's not on the bat. That's all on me. I mean, all in all, I found a lot of forgiveness on the balls that I was able to catch just right. But if you guys like those 13-inch barrels, definitely can find us some good forgiveness here. So all in all, good bat.
93 miles per hour.
So that's off the hands. But we got 93 with some launch angle and 2 hot left center fence. So the forgiveness on this thing, I know we keep talking about it and we're probably beating a dead horse on the forgiveness, but each time you catch it in a weird spot, it still kind of blows my mind at how forgiving it is.
100 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
Yeah, oh good, tree end came back. That's all we need with this bat. So, again, you've seen it come with everybody. This thing's honestly super forgiving, great sweet spot. I mean, we're getting that last one 97 elevated. We had one, I think earlier, it was 100, 101 elevated. So the ball's coming off great off the sweet spot. For me at least, with 100, 101 kind of being the norm off the sweet spot, I think we had 104. The fact that you can get off the hands elevated at 94, very minor drop off. So incredibly good straight out of the wrapper. We're gonna go ahead, throw it back in the shade, let it kind of cool down while we pick up some of this stuff, and then we'll get a final compression, just see kind of how it held, and then go from there. All right, now that our swing's complete here with the Miken Super Freak, we're gonna go ahead and see where it's testing at. Again, the limit on this one, I might have already mentioned, it might not. 1050, based on the nonlinear chart, is where it has to be above to be passing. It started at 1250, or just above 1250. There's our 0 mark. And now we're sitting right at 150, maybe slightly above, which 150 conversion puts us at, let's see, this chart cuts off at 1200, so that would be right about 1100-ish. I do have the math equation here, so I'll just have to do that instead. So we'll take our, and I'll do read off to you. So you take the 150 and multiply it by 4.35. So 150 times 4.35. That gives us 652, and then you add 500. So when we add 500 to that, this bat's still testing at 1152. So we've got about 100 and some or so PSI. I forgot we're about failing. And again, this thing was absolutely gas out of the wrapper. We'll talk about in the final thoughts. All right, we're swings, velo, and compression complete here with the Miken Super Freak. And you heard us talk about it a whole bunch during, even kind of during the compression portion we talked about as well. But this thing, crazy hot out of the wrapper, super forgiving. I mean, I don't know that there was a spot where it didn't perform. There was 1 or 2, I think we even mentioned during the video, cut off towards the end, and the ball still flew out to nearly our 330 mark. And again, it's somewhat breezy out here. We've got we can see it. The wind's got even stronger, obviously up high as well, and it pushed those 52s right through the wind. And so for me, this swing's pretty darn true. So 26 Supermax maybe feels just a tad light, but nothing that I would say, okay, now you have to go to 27 if you normally swing 26. What I also really like about it is you get a real good crack sound off of the sweet spot in most of the barrel to let you know you caught it right, and then that sound slightly changes, you miss it, but it still performs. And it's something that you don't really get with ASA bats outside of maybe like the Easton Alpha, I think is doing a good job of that, or any of the monsters obviously with the fib. But for a non-fib bat, perform great, get that really good sound, and it's still passing at 1152. The ASA limit on this one is 1050, so you still got wiggle room, and I would 100% game this thing straight out of the wrapper. And obviously now with the swings on it, it's even better. Game it from this point on, and I'm sure it's gonna last you for a long, long time, especially since 100-ish swings in, put us just down 100 PSI. So really good bat, great product. If you want to pick one of these up, get with us. We've got a couple connects that sell these. You can hit us up on any of the social medias, averageslowpitch.com, whatever works best for you. Comment, and I can even throw you guys' name on there. I'll make sure Travis is okay with me giving his cell phone number. If you don't have like Facebook, that's how I usually talk to him, is on Messenger. But either way, I can middleman, we'll get you kind of squared away. But great product. If you're looking for something a little bit longer barreled, like that 13-inch, and you want that end load, this is something I'd highly recommend in the ASA world. This is probably sitting, I'd have to really go back and look, but sitting in our top 5 kind of ASA bats in the rankings as far as that goes. So great product. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Thanks for supporting the channel.